have returned for yet another day. All right, so today is a day unlike any other, or it's very similar to another, but day 20. So we hit day 20. Day 19 was kind of rough, and I had some running around to do yesterday, and I was trying to get it done before the Bears game. I was going to work out late after the Bears game, and then the Bears game was an emotional roller coaster. Obviously, they didn't do too well to start. They turned it on in the last 5 minutes, went to overtime, and wound up winning in a spectacular fashion, which was just amazing to watch. And then after that, I did take that and I put on the highlights from the game, which was like an 18-minute highlight reel that the NFL puts together like almost immediately when the game's over. And I was like, I'll watch that and I'll listen to music at the same time. So I did indeed do my evening workout. So check mark there, ding, hooray! Today is the dreaded rest day, which for me is hard because I feel like I might fall into bad habits. Today has been an interesting rest day. So a friend of mine asked if I wanted to go to the California Botanical Garden in Claremont, and I said sure. That sounds like a good time. Also, it's like for the rest day to get out of the house and like walk around and do something. It's kind of important for me because I don't want to be too stagnant during my rest days. So far for the day, I'm at 13,200 steps, which is several miles. I don't know how many miles translate into steps, but it definitely was a lot. We walked around quite a bit. We went to the town of Claremont after that, I think. And nice little town. Had lunch, and that's where it got a little bit sticky for me. So I had a small breakfast when I woke up. 200 calories, pretty standard for me. I do 230, 200, somewhere around there. And then we went and we walked, a ton, and probably better cardio than I get for like half of the day. But I do think that I did really well there. And then for the lunch, I was like, you know what, it's friends. I don't want to skimp. I don't want to try and only eat a small portion of it. I'm just going to eat and not feel too guilty about it. So that's what I did. And first of all, I should say that when I weighed in this morning, I did weigh in heavy. I weighed in zero point 0.4 pounds up, which means total I'm at 23.2 pounds down, which yesterday was 23.6. So a little bit disappointing, but again, I did have a day where things didn't work out great. At the Christmas party where I wound up eating, probably more calories than I should have, and then had several drinks. So I knew that was going to hit me sooner or later, and it did. 0.4 isn't, a disaster. Stacking on top of today, though, going into lunch, I had like a bacon jam burger and fries, and I'm just like, that's like 1,500 calories. That's what I'm listing it as, at least, which is like my entire daily total. So I basically didn't have my second, third, and fourth meal. Instead, had those combined into one, which was way too many calories. But I do still need to eat again, so I'm going to eat here in about half an hour. That said, if we want to pop over to the share screen really fast, ooh, the endless window. Scooch that over there. You can see I'm at 1,700 for the day with the 1,500 lunch and the 200 breakfast. I might be going over on that. I don't know, but we'll find out. And then I'm going to try and do like 3, maybe 400 calories at most for dinner. So I'll probably be over 2,000 again, which is unfortunate. It's the second time I've hit the 2,000, third time I've hit the 2,000 mark since this diet started. Each time that's happened in 24 hours, or the next day, I do weigh in heavy. So having these so close together, I'm worried that I'm going to go up again tomorrow and maybe even again on the 23rd. So this is definitely that barrier I was talking about when I try and like crash down into the next tier, which was trying to get to the 330s by Christmas. But that appears it might not happen. I might get it though. It just depends on what weigh-in looks like tomorrow. I'll be very curious to see that. I mean, I did have a lot of steps, like I had 14,000 steps today, so maybe that's enough to balance it out. Yeah, we'll see. We will see how that goes. So a little bit disappointed in myself, but realistically, I'm not trying to be 100% strict all the time. I am trying to like just have good, healthy habits, and I think after a walk like that, a meal that wasn't too substantial, but like it was tasty and definitely decadent. Is something that I can feel like I earned. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate to weight loss tomorrow. So there's that. It's Wordle. I've been like really antsy to Wordle today. I'm going to start out with Clout like I always do. We got an L, we got a U, we got a T. That has gone very well. Raise is going to give us any other word. Okay, there we go. So we have 4 or 5, 2 already in the right spot. Looking at this, Oh, what could it be? Built. It's built. No, it's not. It's guilt. It's not guilt either. What other ilt words am I not thinking of right now? Twilt. I'm literally like kind of brain dead today, so I'm just looking at the other letters. It could be dilt, filt, hilt, jilt, kilt, pult. Why is this so hard for me right now? Quilt. Oh my god. Well, I got it in 5. So I tell you, this is the way to go. These 2 words to start. Win percentage 99%. Pretty good. And then I'm not going to have it be a super long list today because I do want to have some time to go downstairs, find what I want to eat, prepare it, and be ready to play D&D at 6:30. So in honor of that, let's see what D&D ones we have. I think I already did the classes. I wish I could just do something pretty quick here, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Baby, boom, 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 boom. I don't know why that song stuck in my head. Lots of classes. Races seems weird. Monster Manual has 236. Oh my god. You know what? There's not. This just says popular. So let's just switch from popular to alphabetical. Let's go recent. How about recent? Guild members. What the fuck? D&D campaigns. D&D gods. These are pretty deep cut or very specific. Maybe not recent. How about alphabetical? First level 5e spells. Man, some people are really ranking some weird stuff. 3.5 races. Let's back out. Let's just do something else. So no Dungeons and Dragons. Let's make it pretty simple. Back. No Disney. I don't have enough Disney knowledge there. Fantasy football. Interesting. This is fantasy football. Back. Let's keep looking. It just says funny. The ultimate dreamboat tier list. That feels weird to be under funny. Favorite color tier list. This one's kind of weird. School water fountains. Boom. I found what we're doing. All right. So I did not have either of these in school. I've seen them in airports where you can refill your water bottle. They seem cool, but at the same time, I didn't have them. So I'm jealous that other people did. Full-blown water cooler would be S tier. Never had that in my school, but if I walked somewhere and I saw that, I'd be like, that's the water I want. It'll be the best tasting. If you really want, I think this is the one that you get at the park where it has like a spot for your dog. A tier, way to have that one for your dog. I can hear this clunk and this one clunk. The water tastes metally and gross. I think this person is jumping on these right now, so I'm going to go with C on that one. I didn't like the round ones, but I feel like the water was nice and cold in there, and this one is pretty good too. So that is my official list. I'm tired today. Lots of walking. Water fountain list. That's good. So maybe not the best list, but yeah. Tomorrow I think I'm going to stream some video games. What I would like to do, I have a few things to do to run around. I just need to grab some like odds and ends for Christmas, but it's mainly just for like the meal. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to stream either Ashes of Creation or WoW Anniversary. I started a Horde character on a new server, so might run that guy up and see how that goes. But yeah, either way, I think that's it for me today. So pretty quick stream, 10 minutes on the dot. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Goodbye.